Want to know the fastest way to tap into your alignment, to your joy, to your fulfillment? Stick around because I got all the answers for you. I've got the secret here. Now, if you're like most women I know, you're absolutely the one, the playing the hero in everyone else's story. The one doing all the things, the one who's making all the things happen, packing all the bags, making all the memories, capturing all the pictures. Like you are anticipating every need and doing everything for everyone else. Here's the truth. We have been so busy, ladies, being the glue that we forgot how to be the glitter. And so you want to know the secret to a happy life? It's selfishness. You heard me, selfishness. I am Mick and I empower women to BADE, be anything and do everything by embracing selfishness without the guilt. In simple terms, it's time to fill up your cup, prioritize your needs, and take up space, guilt-free. To overflow with so much clarity and fulfillment, all you've got left is a bunch of joy. Before you start judging me, I want you to just hear me out. We have been conditioned to believe that being selfish is inherently bad. But is it? Isn't being selfish the greatest expression of self-love? That's not the messaging we have received. We think that putting others first is the ultimate virtue, like some sort of superhero thing, that to be a good person, we must think of everyone else first. But I'm here to tell you that's just not true. And by the way, men already know this and they've been doing it. Like men understand the importance of being selfish. Like selfish is their ultimate non-negotiable in the happiness scale, right? We notice men ever have a problem with making time for themselves? I mean, I don't know about you, but how many men in your lives spend God knows how many hours on fantasy football, sports, beer with the guys, golf, working out, whatever. The minute they want to go do something, they take it. But us, the minute we want to take a sliver of time, all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like it's so foreign for women to take time for themselves. It's wild, right? And this has to change. Again, I'm not male bashing. I'm just saying they're doing it right. And we may as well take a page from their playbook and start following their lead. The thing is that we've got to somehow, for women, change the conversation. And how do we train ourselves to realize that being selfish is not a negative thing? Selfish is actually being self-full. So I think first and foremost, ladies, we have to just have some self-awareness. And what I've noticed, not only with myself, but in working with women, is that women tend to draw really hard lines. I feel like women, including me, I've done this myself, it was always a this or that. You either are selfish or you're a good girl. You're either going to make everyone else a priority, take care of your family, or you're not a very good mama. The or is what trips us up. And if you only file one little ounce of droplet from this rambling, I beg you to pay attention to this right here. Ladies, we must stop viewing our choices under the or microscope. It's killing us. And start thinking in terms of and. I can be of service and look out for me. I can do for others and express what I need and want. Selflessness is overrated. How well is selfness serving you? Of course, once you get past the helping others feels awesome, because it does. But for most of us ladies, the scales are tipped, and you know what I'm talking about, right? That we're just off balance. So if we're so off balance because we do so much more than we receive, of course we're not in alignment. And guess what? We're left to feel unseen, tired, resentful, overextended. We feel like doormats all the time. And it makes sense because when you think about it, if we're constantly giving, what do you end up with? An empty tank. And when your tank is empty, how can you possibly show up for others? How can you possibly show up for yourself? You cannot pour from an empty cup. Now hold the front door, because I'm not saying or suggesting that you become a total narcissist, nor am I suggesting that you walk around like, oh, I only care about myself. It's me. No, not at all. But I am encouraging you to have the motto of like, I matter too. Like my feelings, my needs matter too. Please stop apologizing. Stop apologizing for wanting what you want. So how do we start this being selfish conversation? How do we move and how do we start practicing it? Well, I am sure you have heard of all the usual suspects. I mean, I talk about them a lot in the previous episodes. There's breaking free from people pleasing. There's prioritizing yourself. there's more me time, there's setting boundaries, and so forth. And of course, these are all solid advice and really good intel, which I really encourage you to practice. But today I want to share my 5 tips on how to practice being selfish. First and foremost, learn to say thank you when you're complimented and like really mean it. My mama taught me this a long time ago, but when someone says something nice to you, say thank you and accept it. Don't cancel it out. Don't deflect it by upping, the compliment. Just learn to appreciate it. And why this matters? Because it really conditions us to start hearing how others see us. It conditions us to accept kindness without giving it back. And it forces you to feel the love and admiration from others. All really important things. But mostly it forces the attention to be on us, which is such a foreign concept for women and so uncomfortable. That is the only way to get comfortable with it. It's by practicing it and simmering in that. Number 2, stop being a human ATM. Your time, energy are valuable commodities. Stop handing them out like candy. If someone wants your expertise, your advice, favors, charge them accordingly. Your worth is like a limited edition, right? Not a mass-produced item. Now, I am a recovering chronic giver and a people pleaser, so this one's really hard for me, but it matters because ladies, when we start appreciating and respecting our time, others will do the same, and those boundaries matter. Third, pause before you say yes. Just stop, just pause and stop overcommitting. Going from a no to a yes is very easy. The other way, much harder. So learn to pause. It helps me to have these standard, like non-committal answers in my back pocket, literally, because people ask me things all the time. It's like, you know what? I'm going to circle back with you. You know what? Let me check my calendar. You know what? I'm going to go check with so-and-so. It just gives me the space that I need from my knee-jerk reaction. Say yes. So by having a rehearsed answer provides me the time I need to really think it through and like, do I really want to say this yes to this commitment? Now, pausing also helps you assess your current obligations. And it avoids taking on too much, which obviously prevents burnout. Listen, I know we want to be helpful and we want to do all things, but we can't. And worse, you know how many shiny objects are out there? People are always promising you these like fantastic opportunities. Do this, go here, be this. No, you can't do it all, right? We end up doing a lot and somehow doing nothing. So don't be that. I think of Atomic Habits. James Clear, awesome author, wrote an amazing book. But he talks a lot about this in his book. And he quotes, I think it's Derek Sivers is his name, the hell yeah or no method. I don't know if you all have heard of it, but basically what he says is if someone asks you to do something and your first reaction is like, hell yeah, then go for it because that means you're really excited about it. But if you're not excited when you hear about it, like say no, or at the very least defer it and say, let me think about it, I'll get back to you. My 4th tip, do not treat sleep, food, or movement as optional. Between work, family, and trying to be all things to everyone and trying to create some sort of social life. I mean, who's got time for well-being? Not enough of us. Too many of us are like putting that to the side. We're all running on empty, trading like real food for junk and precious sleep for endless scrolling on social media. We are just not doing anything good for ourselves. It's no bueno. You must sleep, you must eat well, have good food nourishment, and you must move. Because if we don't take care of this, nothing can happen. Nothing in our world. No dreams, no life, nothing. So take care of this. This is the most important thing. So my last tip for you on being selfish is to have more fun. Have more fun. Travel, laugh, splurge, buy the shoes, book the flight, savor every moment. Hang with friends, explore, have fun, dance, all those good things. When you start taking care of yourself, amazing things happen. I mean, your confidence grows, your relationships improve, and you become stronger and just more resilient and happier, which means everyone around you wins. It's amazing. Please check out this video on BADE, B-A-D-E. I think you're gonna love it. It's a quick little rant page. Remember, one life, just one.